Online classes have proven effective during the period of lockdown due to COVID-19. Teachers and students have been equally working hard towards completing their syllabus on time. The Department of Education CTA have been facilitating live online classes through Tibet TV for the past few months. Today I am joined by two of the teachers, Gyen Tenzin Choedon, who is an English mentor at Sambhota Tibetan School Society, and Tenzin Dhargyal, who is currently working as a teacher at Upper TCV School Dharamsala. It's lovely to have you both here. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gyen, could you tell us what are you teaching to the students for the past weeks, and students of which standards attend your classes?
Okay, first of all, Tashi Delek, and thank you for having me here. I'm not just teaching the textbook. We are not after the textbook and syllabus. I have been also a member of the Shirik's English Curriculum Framework Network Committee. So last year we were able to create one kind of framework on English for the Tibetan schools in Tibetan exile. Okay, so as a part of that committee, we are just giving lessons from the curriculum that we have made. So basically we are covering almost all the major important parts that one should keep in mind when we talk about learning English. So these are the lessons or the important topics that I have been covering for the last few weeks. As far as the students are concerned, we basically focused on from the students of class 5 to 8. Okay. Because as far as the class 9 and above are concerned, we have which is a standard curriculum made by the CBAC to which we have to follow. Now as far as classes up to 8 are concerned, at least we have got some kind of freedom, so we can alter here and there. That's why.
Gela, what about you?
So Tenzin Dhargyal had already answered the question. So just to add on that, this is the framework, the draft of the framework that Dhargyal is talking about, the English Curriculum and Learning Standards Framework. The draft was in a way completed in December last year, and the committee is chaired by Mr. Tenzin Choedon from LA, and the advisor is Dr. Pimay Angela, Education Color at Department of Education. So we are a 5-member committee, and the focus is more on the kind of learning standards we have framed in this draft, rather than the textbooks the children are going through in schools. So it's a sort of, you can say, compliment that we are in a way trying to give to the teachers who have been working really hard in order to reach the children through different media. Our focus is not on the syllabus, the textbook-based syllabus, but more on the language skills and the learning standards we expect from students of grade 4 to 8. The online teaching is only for grade 5 to 8 because we cannot in a way include the grade 4 students because they have just started learning English as a second language. Okay. So there are a lot of topics that would be quite high for them. So we in a way decided to keep only grade 5 to 8 students as our target classes.
Teaching a classroom filled with students and teaching in front of the camera are different experiences. Can you tell us the opportunities and the challenges of teaching classes online, Gela?
Oh yes, so I do find lots and lots of difference because it is, I think, to be frank, it is my first time online teaching because I have been teaching in the class with my student in front of my eyes, and there is some kind of a human feeling. You get to see the different kind of emotions, sometimes happy, sometimes sad, sometimes angry, because we all are human beings. So all these kind of emotion, when you start teaching online, then that's totally empty, isn't it? We are brought in such a way that we get to see some kind of reaction. Whenever we have got some short lesson, more time is spent on interacting with the student, going here and there, passing the students to see how they are doing, all these things. But when it comes to online teaching, you don't see any kind of response. So if you are teaching for half an hour, you have to keep on. You are the only person. Since we are used to going here and there, pausing in between our lesson, So when you which would start teaching online, then it's very difficult. There are so many challenges we face, internet, how to keep in touch with the students. Sometimes we don't have the contact, sometimes we get, but their phone numbers get changed, so many things. And as far as the opportunity is concerned, now what should I say, the teachers, we say that teachers are also a lifelong learner, okay? Yes, your learning never stops. So I also work as a teacher professional development, where I look after the programs, what should I say, in order to enhance the teaching profession. So I've been telling the teachers that teachers need to learn so many things. It's a 21st century. There are so many 21st century skills that we have to inculcate, we have to develop like this. Now I think it's a right time for us to reflect on it. Now, even if you are not that much tech savvy, now the situation has come in such a way that you got to. You cannot say, I can't do this, I'm not aware of all these things. I think that's a good opportunity for the teachers who are not them. Even when I first started teaching online, I don't know nothing about the technology. There are so many softwares, technology like this. And sometimes even the students, they are much better than us, isn't it? My daughters and my children, they start teaching me, you have to do this and that. Now I think there are also opportunities.
And also, I find it very interesting because I have seen one of the online teachings of you both, and where you just imagine the students being in front of you, and you talk to the students. You say that, have you understood? Okay, are you tired? And all of that. I find that very interesting. Anyways, Madam La, how do you know that whatever you are teaching is being reached to the students and understood by the students?
That's something really difficult, and that I would say is one of the most challenging part of this online teaching. Other than the challenge that you have when you are in the studio doing your teaching, the camera staring at you seriously, right? And the camera doesn't smile like the students. My past experiences of the online classes where I look at the comment section, what I've observed is not just students, there are elders or grown-ups who also watch this, not just Tibetans. You can say people from other nationality, they are also watching it. So just to see if students are getting, so what I do is I share the links of all the online classes to my teachers. So I have a total of 48 teachers in my WhatsApp group, 29 primary English teachers and 19 TGTs. So I send the link to them, and I make sure that the students also get to see that. Our focus is actually more on the students, but what we get is the teachers are also finding it very helpful. So they do review with their children. If you talk about the pros and cons of a live online teaching, it's that everything is recorded. So even if you miss the class, you can say watch it later, because Tibettv TV has already saved it in the, not just in the Facebook, but YouTube also. So the students and teachers have access to that, so they can watch it. How many, you can say, yeah, they want to. Yeah. In actual classroom, see, though you have the pros and cons, the positive sides of being in a classroom where you have the students looking at you, smiling, responding, reacting, and everything, right? So you have that kind of connection. The human connection is there. See, whatever happens once in class, so only if the students request the teacher to repeat, the teacher would repeat. And so that's very difficult for teacher to reach every student. But now students can learn at their own pace. When you have the recorded lesson, so the students can watch it. They can, in a way, review. They can just look for whatever they missed. Yeah. So that is one advantage I feel of this online class.
Gela, what response have you been getting from your students through online classes?
Student to whom I interact, because I have my own class. Apart from the online Shirik live lesson, I also do my own online class for my class 8 and class 9 students. And then I recommend them to watch, because what should I say, apart from the textbook, we are also covering a very important part of our English language, isn't it? So the students, not just the student, just like Gyen said, there are so many, what should I say, we never expected, yeah, apart from the student, there will be others who will be following us in our teaching. Okay, maybe it may become a good reflection for them. If there is no learning, at least they will just recollect all those good memories when they were in school. Sometimes we discuss about the topics which were not covered when they were in school. So when I interact with these things, I used to get good response, okay? But I don't know how sincere they are in following the lesson, but I do get some kind of, you're doing a good job. So, you know, when I get such kind of things, I mean, encouragement, it really motivates, not just me. There are so many teachers now who are, as I've already told you, those who are not that much familiar with the technology, now they are trying their best to keep in touch with the students so that the student, they don't get lag behind.
In one of our interviews regarding the effectiveness of online classes with Lundum Namgyela, who is the principal of TCV Ladakh, we spoke about how parents play an important role, you know, in supporting their children. Gyela, you being a teacher, what do you expect from the parents? What should they do, especially during this time of online classes?
I honestly feel that parents these days are in a way getting a lot of, you can say, a sort of a double role. Earlier, like when children go to their school, it is the teachers who take care of the children at school, their learning and everything. So in the evening when children come back home, the parents look at what they have learned in a way. But now, due to this global pandemic, all the schools being closed, so the students are with their parents throughout the day, night, all the time. I think there are many parents who are doing, they are watching the live online lessons for their children. I have even in the comment section seen one of the parents writing, my child had gone to a tuition or a class, so I'm watching on his behalf so that the parent can discuss with his or her child. So I think this is a very good thing because the parents are learning for their children in a way. So along with, you can say, the students when they are watching live or you can say online lessons, the parents are also in a way getting involved so that they can support their children. And this is, I think, a very positive thing about this lockdown and global pandemic. When the teachers cannot reach the children, the parents have to come, I think, forward. The parents are kind of becoming a bridge between the teachers and the students in a way. And I think in class, when teacher cannot attend to the individual needs of all the students, right? But at home, you have just 1, 2, or at the most 3 or 4 children. So I think you can be a very good teacher, and many of them, I should say almost all of them are doing really very well.
Gyela, how much syllabus have you managed to cover so far?
So, Sakinala, I've already told you that we are not covering all the syllabus of class 6, 5, 4. We don't go after the syllabus. Now, if you are talking about our own curriculum framework, we have got our own
whatever
contents.
You have planned to teach during this period. Yeah.
So we are very happy to say that as per our plan, okay, we were able to complete almost all the topics. If somebody watched all the videos, okay, and especially the contents, suppose if you are, if you are being requested by someone, can you please teach me one English? Now sometimes you have got some kind of doubt, okay, what should I, English is a very vast language, now how should I begin, what should I do, what are the important topics? Now if you are having such kind of dilemma like this, if you watch our videos, then you will just get some idea what are the things that you should be teaching, what are the important things that one needs to learn when you are learning a English language. So that means as far as the contents and the syllabus are concerned, almost we have covered everything. We are confident that we did not leave any stone unturned in covering all the syllabus.
Gyela, is it the same for you as well?
Yeah, I'm with Gyela in this. But then I need to, in a way, mention that in this curriculum framework, we have some key, you can say, the table of content. We have listening and speaking, reading, writing, and language. So from this, so the topics that we left during our planning is one of the topics is discussion and group work. So this is something that won't be possible in a studio with just 2 of us teaching. So that is something we leave for the teachers to take care of later. So other than that, oral presentation, and then we also left it phonics, so for the teachers, because all the teachers have their own way of teaching their children. So since this is the initial year, the beginning year, class 4 students just started learning English. So we don't want to break that flow in a way, because the way the teachers had already started teaching the sounds, the phonetics, so we don't want to interrupt. So we left that for the teachers. So other than that, I think we have almost covered all the topics that's given in that. Just I think the letter part, right? Formal and informal letter writing. But then the students will get to know, because we have talked about different writing types. And then also we talked about language conventions, right? The grammar, and in a way how you can see vocabulary can be expanded or enriched. So a lot of areas that you can say we have discussed in this framework, we have almost covered, and we are very happy about that.
Okay, thank you so much, Gyen Tenchula and Gyen Dhargyal, and thank you so much for sharing with us your experiences of online classes.
So thank you for having us here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode of In Conversation with Tibet TV.